Now, an Australian woman accused of killing her in-laws with a poisonous beef Wellington has admitted to picking wild mushrooms, but insists that the tragedy was just a terrible accident.
Yes, this is a wild story. Erin Patterson, who's pleaded not guilty to murdering her relatives, maintains that she didn't intend to cause anyone any harm that day, but prosecutors say she served the meal but ate from a separate, smaller and differently coloured plate than her 4 guests, which does appear to be quite suspicious.
Indeed it does. Well, joining us now is our media commentator, Adrian Falk, live from Sydney. Adrian, why has this trial been so anticipated and caught the attention of audiences around the world?
Thanks so much for having me. And yes, 2 years on since this deadly Sunday lunch, it really is taken the world by storm. Australia, we're known for our Aussie meat pies, and now unfortunately it's the infamous beef Wellingtons that were served up on that Sunday lunch. I mean, there's so many twists and turns in this case, and it started with the separate plate, as you mentioned. Then there was the dehydrator for the mushrooms that Erin, the alleged accused, had always said that she never even owned a dehydrator. Yet on day 3 of today's case, it was presented the CCTV footage and her fingerprints in the tip with her, actually her fingerprint marks on the dehydrator that was found. Then there was the text messages pleading with her husband at the time, Simon, to say, please come for lunch. And when he said no, she said, I've spent a lot of time preparing this and I'm very disappointed. So every day the plot seems to be thickened in this Agatha Christie style alleged murder mystery, really.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite extraordinary, isn't it? A Sunday lunch gone wrong, absolutely. And that's probably why why so many people are interested in this. I mean, Erin Patterson was one of the most searched terms here in the UK this morning, despite so much else going on. People are truly fascinated, presumably because it could happen.
Using the internet without a VPN, a virtual private network, is a bit like taking to the road without car insurance. All it takes is one unlucky moment to cost you a lot of cash. This video's sponsor is Private Internet Access. They are the VPN to help keep you safe. Click the link in the description below to find out why over 30 million people have downloaded PIA to protect themselves online. A virtual private network is an app that hides your IP address and helps keep your data private. When you're browsing the internet at home, you give up a large amount of data to businesses, to shops, and indeed to social media giants too. Hackers have the ability to steal your personal data with ease, including sensitive information such as passwords, keystrokes, and even your personal photos. Private Internet Access helps protect your personal data by encrypting your internet connection to keep your data out of the hands of cyber criminals. And it's not just hackers either to be concerned about. Information can be censored too. When Canada passed their C18 bill, social media giants decided to ban news content on their platforms. But PIA can protect your ability to consume the news and content you love. Private Internet Access is available for Windows users, Mac OS, Android, Linux, iOS, and you can use one PIA subscription to protect an unlimited amount of devices. And we've got a huge GB News discount for you too. Click the link in this video's description and you'll get a massive 83% off PIA. That's under £2 a month, the price of a coffee, and you'll get an extra 4 months completely free on top. Also, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee too. Visit piavpn.com/GB News to start protecting yourself digitally today.
You know, you never know, it could happen. You could sit down with your relatives thinking everything's A-OK, and then something awful like this happens. But there seem to be some strange family dynamics at play, don't there, Adrian?
There were definitely. I mean, it also dealt with Erin's history of why she wanted to have the lunch. So she was wanting to arrange the lunch because she had told her husband at the time, Simon, that she had cancer. And this was going to be a nice sort of lunch to sort of celebrate, I guess, the family, and because she never knew when she was going to be able to host a Sunday lunch like this again. And she was also concerned about how to approach this sensitive subject with her children. So that's why she wanted to summons them all together. Yet Today the prosecutor was saying that in fact there's actually evidence that she indeed never did have cancer. So why she was using that to get all the family together and have the kids out of the home at the time is, one that we still need to look into.
And Adrian, there was a single survivor from that lunch. The local pastor, Ian Wilkinson, a man of God, avoided being struck down by this beef Wellington. He was in hospital then for weeks of intensive treatment. You imagine that his testimony during these legal proceedings will be absolutely crucial to this case.
Absolutely. Ian's prayers were definitely answered, being a pastor. And I researched that apparently he had a liver transplant. He spent 16 days in a coma. And it just shows you the powerfulness of these death cap mushrooms. And apparently once cooked, they taste like any other mushroom. In fact, today, Simon mentioned that Erin was allegedly doing taste tests with muffins with her daughters to test different versions of muffins with these alleged mushrooms to see what tastes the best. And Simon mentioned that apparently it was the one that had the mushrooms in did taste the best. So there's so many twists and turns, and who knows what's going to come out next. Also to mention, there was the large sum of inheritance. So Erin was portrayed to actually be a generous wife. She inherited $2 million just before she got married, and she was giving interest-free loans to Simon's siblings as well. So, not all is painted so dark about Erin before this moment.
That's very curious. Well, what an awful, tragic story, and look forward to seeing what the result of this trial is. Adrian Falk, thank you very much indeed. You're from Sydney. You're a media commentator. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
what an odd tale.
Absolutely, very strange tale. And you're just hearing from Adrian now about the twists and turns. Also, we'll certainly be keeping on top of those. Very interesting case.
I mean, if she is guilty, maybe it's over this money that she gave. I don't know.
Well,
who knows?
Generous and kind, according to some.
Yeah.
At GB News, we are proud to stand for you, for the Britain that you love, and for the values that you believe in. We are your fearless champions, but we need your support. From just £5 a month, you can make sure that your views are always heard. GB News is the only news channel with the courage to say what the silent majority are really thinking. If it matters to you, it matters to us. Join thousands of members and become part of the GB News community today. Go to gbnews.com/support.